Hey, folks, we are live. Sorry about the delay. Just family doing family stuff. So we had Clinton joining us earlier. Thank you so much, Clinton. We're gonna jump into tidbits here in a little bit, see what happens. Maybe some Q&A. Just hang out because other stuff happened, and we don't have to talk about the big thing if we don't want to. This live is not sponsored by Mountain Dew Zero Sugar, but dang, I wish it was. Anyway, we got Juan Meowmix joining us. Meowdy, thank you so much, sir. I'm going to jump into things in just a little bit. It is onesie theme. Yup, absolutely. I felt the need to feel cozy. Could do these like through the winter with like a big old mug of hot chocolate or something. That'd be sweet. CJ Bautista joining us. Thank you so much, sir. We got Dem joining as well. Thank you. James Ragland. Thank you, sir. Hello. Hello. All right. We got a couple things to go over. Not a significant number of stories this month, but today just kind of is what it is. Dem is sitting in his black lane riding home, partially paid for by Citi. There you go. I would be in a different ride share, but that's fair. Happy Tom. Dang, Matt, I haven't even finished your video from earlier today. I posted that over an hour ago. I'm just keep on keeping on. Why I was wrong about the Amex Platinum video incoming? No, more Chase, sit down and shut up and listen to me. I'm here to fix things. Videos, probably. I don't necessarily think I'm wrong about the American Express. Like, if you are somebody who, the Platinum refresh, if you are somebody who's in the ecosystem, is a frequent traveler, it got better. If you are somebody on the outside looking in the ecosystem, I'm not sure what was so over the top compelling besides the increase in FHR. If I'm wrong about that, hey, I'm wrong about that. But like, this was genius marketing. Absolutely genius marketing. Clinton not in the Lulu demo. Body rejected by Lulu. So there's that. Juan, is it cold where you're at? It doesn't get cold often here in South Texas. Not. So it's going to only drop to about 58. And yes, this is a lined blanket hoodie, but like, I just like it. I just wanted to feel comfort today. That's all. I like feeling comfortable, and it's been a long day, a long week, and I missed the Stack Your Live last night, and I feel disappointed about that. So I decided to just throw together a late night live, see what's going on from there, and see what else we can do. And just like that, coupon fatigue magically disappeared with the not only the annual fee increase, but with addition to even more coupons. I blame the mirror finish. Can I give the salty take I didn't put in the video that I dropped about an hour ago? I don't like the mirror finish in print. So I don't know how it looks in person, right? I don't have the card. I don't know anyone who has the card offhand. Don't know anyone who's going to get the mirror finish. Relatively close to me for with which like I could inspect the card in person when they get it. I don't like it in print. Just gonna say. Julian, as it stands, January 1, 2026, you get a Sapphire Reserve or Amex Plat. I already hold the Sapphire Reserve. Right now on January 1st, I'm going to still be holding my card because I'll have the unlocked features in October, and my annual fee doesn't hit until April. But nothing that was announced yesterday was like making me want to go all out and jump into the American Express Platinum pool. Now, I could go pick up Amex charge cards, no problem, but I'd be starting at the green, even though I have a better no annual fee version of that for cashback. And I could go grab the gold, but that's what, $475 in annual fees for 4x dining and groceries and categories I already have on a no annual fee card. I could do it. It's just silly. Happy Tom, I'm convinced that most Amex Plat people are just buying 100,000 points for $895. Well, they're buying 100,000 points for the annual fee plus whatever spend they have to do on a upgrade or welcome offer. So, it's a sizable commitment, but 100,000 points is 100,000 points. So there be that. Clinton, you were there in spirit. Yes, I was. That mirror finish is going to do well from here. Going to do well for him here in down in Miami. You can watch yourself making the mistakes in time. The question for me will be when the new fee bills May 1st, will I keep or jettison into the sun, aka downgrade to the CSP? Well, we might have news on the CSP by that point, so that would be helpful, because I do think that there's more coming from Chase. There has to be more coming from Chase. We got Call Me Lonnie in the building. Thank you so much, sir. Good evening, co-host. Hi, everyone. Happy Friday. And reciprocal haze. So, Mark Holt joining. Is RJ and Call Me Lonnie going to get their mirror finish? Amex Gold is $325. Yeah, Amex Gold is $325, and the green is $150, so it'd be $475 in combined annual fee. So, I don't know. We'll see. We've got Fevze joining us. Hey, Matt, new to your channel. Thank you so much, sir. Thank you so much. Hope you enjoy, and we'll hang out for a little bit here live. I take some interesting opinions when I state my opinion in the credit card world, so we'll see what happens. Unpopular opinion, but the Platinum is not a good card for sub hunters. It is not. I don't think it is. I think it's a great card for travelers. I think it's not a card you should be going into if you're doing welcome offer after welcome offer after welcome offer. You should have a plan for it, in my opinion. That is a card that you keep. That is a card I believe you should keep long term. But shenanigans going shenanigan. Lonnie's already ordered his mirror finish. Yeah, that doesn't surprise me. I'm surprised the Chase CSP has an 150 as of yet. That's kind of where I expect to go. So we'll see what happens. Keep or cancel. I'll have mirror until I figure it out. Yep, exactly. I was tempted by the City Strata Elite, but the customer service tales of woe have me running the other way. Man, if City could just figure out how to be a functional company, that would do us all a lot of good. But I haven't had faith in City ever. One of the oldest banks in America. And like Chase is one of the oldest banks in America. Chase has a clue. It's not always the right clue, but City does City things. What's the no annual version of the green card? Is it a Wells card? Yeah, it's the Wells Autograph. 3x on gas, 3x on dining, 3x on travel and transit, 3x on streaming services, 3x on not hotels, sorry. Well, hotels are part of travel. 3x on streaming and phone services. Really good card. We got Background Balloon joining us. Yo, thank you so much, Background. Clinton, I love the City Strata Elite. No issues, and the Elite has a dedicated service line. Yeah, the Elite and the Prestige both have dedicated lines, which should be better than City's line. The folks who got locked out of their accounts recently, where the only recourse was that IRS form, that's not a good look. Keith, could all the additional credits and value adds allow Amex to lower their sub offers on the Platts long term, put the cost of their coupon partners? I don't know, because like they have Uber, they now have Lululemon, they have Aura on the Platinum, they have Uber and the restaurants and Grubhub on the gold, and they have Clear. Oh, they also have Clear on the Platinum, Clear on the green. I don't know that that's enough money coming in to justify being able um, to lower their sub offers on the plat long term. And by lower, I mean, I think do you mean like 125K on 6K in spend over 6 months, or um, do you mean like just keep that go back to 80? Because they're going to do their variable, and their variable makes a certain amount of sense. I just think that they haven't gotten to the point where their variable is going to be where their variable's like good enough for most people, because it's going to be, they give you 80 on the website and you can do incognito and you'll get one number that's higher. Like, I do think that there should be, your 80, maybe it's 80 to start, and if you're up to 80, your credit score, your credit history, your whatever with Amex isn't up to par. And if it's above 80, it's like, we recognize that you could be a very good customer for us. So I don't know if you want to lower the overall points assigned, or if you're looking to lower the spend. Because if you got more coupon partners outside of American Express, you could lower that spend knowing that you're going to make that money back from the vendors. So I don't know. Amex Plat refresh outdid the CSR and everything, better credits, much better marketing, etc. Yeah, but one card got to stay what it was. The other card is trying to fundamentally change who it is. But yeah, it did beat it, but I think that's because Chase took risks they thought were necessary, and those risks turned out to be wrong because they didn't test it. They didn't do the things they should have done with it. Autograph is 3x on a ton, except groceries. Yup. Wells is missing a grocery category. Somewhere in the stack, they could have a grocery category, or 2.5 uncapped card. US Bank, also one of our oldest banks. A lot of their cards still suck, although great options too. Yeah, US Bank and Citi just have not... they're not well run. For as long as they've been around, they've had, I don't want to say significant mismanagement, but when it comes to their credit cards, that's a problem. I need to update my handle. Name is Jordan. So, hey, Jordan. Seems to stump everyone. No worries. I have 4K of cruise payments due over the next couple of weeks. Decided to forego a sub and just put it on the CSR since it's before the October cutoff for 3X. But that sub would have been nice. Just in a random assortment of letters. All right, cool. No, that's awesome. Background balloon. Not gonna lie, that hoodie looks comfortable. Yeah, it is, and you can get them on Amazon for like $40. They're awesome. Lower MR points on the offer instead of outdoing Chase's sub offers all the time. So here's the dynamic, right? You could do lower subs, but convince people they'll make up more points with their spend on categories, right? Amex doesn't get to do that with the Platinum, because unless you are putting that full, $250,000 per year on flights through it, you're never going to make up what you get with the welcome offer. Amex likes the structure of the Platinum right now, where they don't have to change the multipliers. They will, as long as people are signing up for the card and outdoing themselves with minimizing every coupon to get like that $100 meal at Resi in Q3 and that $100 meal in Resi at Q4, or even better for American Express, because like it's okay, some money out of their pocket, but like they don't care what they do with it. $100 on a Resi gift card, Resi restaurant gift card that you lose, like they can keep doing that. And the more that people minimize their spend to burn off those credits, the less anyone's ever going to ask, well, why is my resi spend only 1x? Why am I not producing more points? Now, if they change the multipliers, they could get away with that they could get away with lowering, going back to 60,000, going back to 75, going back to all of that, and then be able to pitch, hey, you're just going to make it up with your spend. Like, you'll be fine. So if they change the multipliers, I could see that becoming a strategy going forward, but nah. One, grocery category is overrated. Yeah, especially when you can get groceries at places like Dollar General. You can get groceries at Walmart, groceries at Target, and warehouse stores. Warehouse stores should be a category, though. That would be great. Chase was 60K subs for years on the CSR and did very well. Yes, but now you put a 60K welcome offer on a $795 card that just ditched its best category. If you think the signups are bad now or they have to be at 125, it would be so much worse if it was 60. Southwest is so lost. Yup. South Mess. Hey, we're going to talk about them in a couple minutes here. Dem, let's not forget that Amex hasn't always gotten it right. So as much as I don't like Chase, we should cut them some slack. Yeah. I mean, they've been hitting their stride pretty hard since they upgraded, relaunched the green card with its 3x categories, because before the green card was 2x in the portal, 1x everywhere else, just like the business green card. They just never gave the business green card those new multipliers. People hated on the gold before the refresh. Then they stopped talking about the gold. The gold just mysteriously disappeared after the refresh. So, yeah, we'll see. And we'll be leaving on a trip before new card would arrive. So timing is no longer good. If I was going to do it should have done it a few weeks ago. Yeah, you live, you learn. U.S. Bank, only card I'm considering. It's fair. The Shopper's Reward instead of the Target card, only 2 cards that work for Target. Yeah, Target's 5% off everything, and the Shopper's Reward you can get up to 6%. Yeah, I can see that. Jordan, do you have high hopes that the Wells Fargo Autograph Beyond will stay away from the coupon book playbook? Would you guess Wells Fargo might spit out a new card this year, or most likely in 2026? They've been very silent this year. I think they are just kind of spending the rest of this year clearing house with Built and getting that card off their ledger as quickly as possible. They also, I'm sure, are working on improving their asset cap. Now that the asset cap that was put on them was lifted back in June. So they're probably working on a couple of different things where maybe Autograph Beyond is 2026 at this point. Honestly, if Wells Fargo wanted to make a statement of like, we are serious about this, what would probably be the biggest statement is some sort of combination or some sort of like picking and choosing pieces from the US Bank Altitude Reserve and the 550 version of the Chase Sapphire Reserve. I think without going into portal, so you could have higher hotel and flight point generation on that card. You should have a pretty all-encompassing travel and transit category. Or instead of doing an all-encompassing travel and transit category, you pick up most of the travel and you leave transit aside and you pick up a mobile wallet category. I think that would be the best combinations, just to say, like, we're here to make a point. And then keep building out their transfer partners. Like if they get Air Canada on board and they get someone like Turkish on board and they can get another hotel chain on board, that would go pretty far. And just mimicking or Frankensteining the Beyond as a copy of the old 550 Sapphire Reserve and the US Bank Altitude Reserve, you could probably have a pretty good winning formula there, especially if you have like a pretty solid welcome offer. But we'll have to see. Dem, you're right, Matt. The Platinum is probably their most profitable card. They're keeping a lot more of the interchange on that one since no real multipliers. Yup, closed loop system, and with FHR being closed loop and their most generous coupon, and Resi being closed loop and their most generous coupon, and well, those are the two big ones. Like they don't care that you minimize everything else. Like they're sort of fine if you minimize everything else. That's how the Saks credit continues to just drag along as $50 every half year. Saks is paying for it, but like Saks is somehow seeing enough business where they're okay with it. Walmart wants to be involved with American Express because Walmart wants the prestige of American Express. They don't like paying the interchange fee, but they like being associated with American Express. So there's portions of things there, but yeah, it would definitely be one of their most profitable cards. I just want oversized cards like the ones in the case marketing. I don't want to carry a card that I could beat an executive half to death with. That just doesn't seem like a good idea for me because I'd use it. Outside of a community like this or a very frequent traveler who uses a ton of points, most Platinum users probably don't care about the multipliers. There's also that because a lot of people convince themselves that the Platinum is the most prestigious card you could get. Again, Steve Square's marketing team tops at that and doing some Bernaysian things there where they can convince you that the Platinum is the all-time card to have when literally anyone with like a 680 credit score and the willingness to part with $895 can get one. On my account, Costco originally wholesale, then changed to other shopping. Of course, it's Wells Fargo. It's my debit card account. That's not good. But Costco also being coding as a wholesale, it doesn't matter if it's wholesale or not. Your best card in terms of earning cash back with Wells Fargo would be the active cash for that. Like, there's no other card that has a category that would fit Costco, and you'd be able to use at Costco. Then Clinton, I applied for the Bizgold for the sub while traveling and started hitting the spend from my Apple Wallet before getting the actual card. There you go. E&M joining us. Thank you, sir, and thank you for being a member. Dem, also thank you for being a member. Bunch of members here. Thank you all. Not me again. Found a link for Aviator Red. No annual fee for first year. Approved. Nice. If I'm going to grab one of those, I only have 11 days to do it. Maybe. I am 224. I am 224. But then it's AA miles. But then it's also a credit line I could throw on the JetBlue card. We'll see. Google Pay, not an option for the cruise payments. Okay. I'm good. Decided to keep my powder dry and see how the market shakes out. Yep. That's fair. Fargo for me is 1 year cooldown happened between autograph to autograph journey with their year gap between both cards. I think you can wait you can do the 6 months from when you got your welcome offer. You can get another welcome offer 6 months after that. So you could apply a couple months, but that's fair. Wells Fargo Active Cash is my Costco card. Yep, it's a good Costco card. Costco card is used for gas. Yes, the Costco card not being a Costco card is hilarious. The business platinum is more with it. Just a bit over the normal platinum. Yeah, I prefer the changes that they made to the business platinum, honestly, but So true. It's probably easier to get a Venture X platinum than a Venture X, and definitely harder to get a CSR at least before the refresh. Yeah, currently, if you want a CSR, now might be the time. because the next step, if they can't get more signups to hit whatever number they're not hitting, they're going to start loosening the floodgates on that one. But yeah, the Venture X is harder to get than American Express Platinum card. 224. Are you even trying? I have like I could be going out and getting more cards, sure, but then I'm just getting cash back in ecosystems that I don't need. Like, I'm tapped out on Wells Fargo cards until Beyond comes out. I could go get Autograph Journey, but like, why? I'm waiting to see what else Chase does. I have no need for any current personal Chase cards. Maybe the Aeroplane card could be of some interest, possibly. If I'm going to go get a personal Amex card, the next personal Amex card I'd probably go get would be the Surpass, but I'm happy with my Hilton Honors. So, like, I don't know. We got Daddy Vroom joining us. I tried the no annual fee American offer and got application pending. We'll see. Just got JetBlue, so that may be the issue. Ooh, JetBlue Plus card. I'm hoping, because I hated that I missed out on that 80,000 or that 100,000 point offer. I need that to float up again. You could fly from Albany to DC with RJ. Maybe she will dare you. I could also fly out of LaGuardia or JFK. Those are closer to me than Albany. AA miles are good. Their redemption amounts tend to be lower than United and Delta. I've even seen a bunch of 7K economy redemptions lately. If I could make the redemption with 7K and then pay to go up to like whatever their version of like Comfort Plus or Premium Economy is, maybe. I just don't want to make a basic economy redemption. Matt, you may as well be Dave Ramsey with that velocity. Hey, that's not fair. For Costco, I blew the AAA daily advantage 3x at wholesale clubs. Not sure that could be beat unless you have B of A Platinum Honors or maybe the US Bank cards with an annual fee. Not 100% sure though. Yes, if I remember correctly, I don't remember if the cap with the daily advantage is cumulative, so like 10,000 for the 5x categories and the 3x categories. If that's the case, could be an issue. But yes, this is very true. And the Bank of America cards are all Visas, so they'd all be accepted. You could get 2.62% with the unlimited cash rewards with Platinum Honors. So 2.62 is not bad. And that's uncapped, unlike the cap on the AAA Daily Advantage. So there's that. There we go. Venture X for Costco. That's fair. What do you think of Amex refresh on the Platinum? I think it's being massively overblown by the community. I think they did a good job with it just because, like, they really didn't have to do much, and they didn't do much. So they were fine. Like, if you liked the card before, great. If you didn't like the card before, I don't think there's necessarily a reason for you to go out and get the card. Like, it improved upon what it already does. I don't think it made itself more appealing to people who don't have the Amex Platinum. Like, if you're thinking about getting the Amex Platinum, you're probably going to go get the Amex Platinum. I just don't know that the Amex Platinum is for everybody, and it's not for everybody. But if you're going to go get it, you're going to end up getting it and then self-selecting yourself out of it. They did the things they needed to do, and because they gave everyone the dopamine hit that everybody needed after a bad year of 2024 with card refreshes, a not so great year with card launches and refreshes in 2025, and you've got the impending US Bank Altitude Reserve changes coming in December. Yeah, like, I get the dopamine hit and I get playing on that emotion, but I don't know. I think it's being overhyped. They did fine. I'm not going to say that they didn't, but Yeah, I looked at Autograph Journey, but decided it just wasn't better enough than my autograph to justify it. Yep, nope, that makes complete sense. That is 100% the reason I do not have the Autograph Journey. Do you prefer flying out of LaGuardia or JFK? JFK gets me direct JetBlue flights. LaGuardia Terminal B has the big Sapphire Lounge. So when I'm going to fly out of LaGuardia, I'm going to make sure that my flights originate out of Terminal B, which is American, United, and JetBlue. So I got that going for me, which is nice. For me, I have no plan to get a Chase credit card for now. Like the Prime card, no other plan applying for Chase card. Yep, no, that's fair. Clinton also got some decent first class redemptions as well with AA. Yeah, the redemptions are always like the math seems to always be checking out. I'm surprised they haven't done a big deval, but that works. Matt gets analysis paralysis with welcome offers. He's still waiting for the Freedom Unlimited double sub offer to come back. I love that offer. I would love to get it when it comes back. That would be awesome, because then I could upgrade my Freedom Unlimited to a Sapphire Preferred, not worry about the welcome offer, and then just go from there. QC Man just roasted me. No, it's all in good fun. But mean. I use the PayPal debit for Costco, 5% cash back. Yeah, as long as that works, that works. I just don't like debit cards. But yeah, if it works for you, perfect. Stan the Crabber Frog made a good point about the autograph journey. Needs quite a bit of spend to justify the annual fee over the regular autograph, e.g. 3x versus 4x, 4 or 5x. Yeah, that does become a problem. And not being able to get outsized value with Wells Fargo's partners, like you can get good value with them, but like if you're not getting huge value to justify the 4 and 5x, it makes it a little bit harder. Part of why I didn't get the autograph journey is yes, it is technically only like a $45 card because you book one flight, you get that $50 credit, or you can use that $50 credit with like airline incidentals and airline tickets and all of that. But it doesn't like I do have to put a lot of hotel spend and a lot of flight spend on that card specifically. Can I do it? Yes. Is it worth it? It hasn't mathed to me to this point. But yeah, no, Stan did make a great point when he broke down that card. It's still a good card. It's just a weird fit for a lot of people. Daddy Vroom only got the 60K on the JetBlue Plus error. Planned to book a trip where I'd need the free bags and then realized after I got approved for the card, I was looking at the wrong date. So JetBlue price too high. Ouch. But hey, you've got everything set up going forward. So that helps. If Craig did his grocery shopping at Costco, he'd need 3 AAA cards. Sir, he would need 4, and you're only allowed 1 at a time. 4? Minimum 4. We'll ask Craig on Monday. Not sure where Craig lives in that area, but we have plenty of Costco's for him to choose from. I'm sure he goes to them when he needs to. B of A limited cash for the first year getting 2% with platinum, getting 2% with platinum honors, 3.125%. Yeah, so even better if you use Costco in that first year. I was just saying like typical earning on that. Yep. Anti-debit card, not enough protections. Yup. The second something goes wrong, that's your money and the bank doesn't care. For buying a $50 gift card works on the autograph journey, $50 airline credit, but don't know firsthand. I've stuck with the regular autograph for now. Yeah, I have the regular autograph as well, so I haven't tried that trick, but seems like it would work. Right now, my hotel spend and airline spend is pretty much 100% from accumulated points, so airline and hotel multipliers don't do much for me at the moment. They're nice to think of in theory when you are like when you get to that point of winding down your points, like when you need to start rebuilding them without having to go out and get new welcome offers. But by the time you wind down enough of those points, you're probably eligible for new welcome offers anyway. So yeah. Yeah, $50 from Southwest Delta AA. Yeah, that makes sense. Got to use a PayPal debit card for groceries. Nothing that needs insurance protection. So good for Costco, Walmart for groceries. Yes, until they take away Costco or Walmart because it's costing them too much money. But that hasn't happened yet. Chase insurance kicking in for paying the tax on the award is hard to match. Yes. Did you think by now Wells Fargo would have gotten more transfer partners? It's weird that it's been literally a year since they added Virgin. I really don't know. Like, so a couple things happened, right? They added a new head of credit cards. That's the guy who was in charge of Ultimate Rewards came over to Wells Fargo as like the overall like VP or executive vice president of their credit card lending division. So he came in toward the beginning of the year. Now, I don't know if he brought, if he was like, took a quarter to evaluate what was happening and like decided to lay off some people and then move in his own people. I don't know where negotiations may have been with other vendors. I don't know. Charlie Scharf is the CEO. The guy I'm thinking of, he was in charge of Ultimate Rewards. They named him head of the credit cards in February, I think. But I don't know where they may have been with like an Air Canada or some other new transfer partner. I don't know like how bad the built situation was. We know that they were losing $10 million a month, and come to think of it, that may have been that guy's doing to put that article out there. So I don't know what their plan is right now. Am I surprised that it's been a year? Kind of. Am I happy that like they've laid low for a while? They've like sort of let everyone else get flack for the changes or nerfs or whatever that they've made. Yes. Am I concerned that they haven't kind of lit up with anything, like added anything new? Somewhat, but I don't know what they can do. Can they add, or would they add built as a I know this is Daddy Vroom just joking. Would they add a built as a transfer partner, or sideways to built? Because if Wells Fargo added built as a transfer partner, yes, Wells Fargo cards would be the most overpowered in the entire game. Analogous to built, could Wells Fargo add Mesa as a transfer partner? Could they add Rove as a transfer partner? Could they look at someone else that's a rewards program as a transfer partner to move rewards interchangeably that way? Maybe. I just don't know what the new vision is, and I'm curious to see what, if anything, they announce for the rest of this year. I have been told that there's supposed to be an interesting set of welcome offers coming out in the next quarter, but I can't say anything about it yet. AAA Daily Advantage, US Bank Shoppers Cash, B of A credit cards, unlimited. Yeah, can be used for Costco. Yeah, any Visa can as well. If you have a 2% Visa card, you're good. If the PayPal debit card didn't work for groceries at Costco anymore, I'll have to try that. -7 on groceries this month. All right, there you go. And Mark, is there any more transfer partners for Wells Fargo to get, or not? They're not all going to Chase, Amex, and Citi. So one, overlapping transfer partners are fine. There's still a couple that are like Citi and Amex with not Avianca. Citi and Amex specifically, I'm blanking on that, but like they could add Royal Thai, which is they could add Thai Royal Orchid, which is a Citi transfer partner. They could add Turkish, which is with Citi and Capital One. They could add Air India, which is primarily like Rove and Mesa have added Air India. Now, would you be booking Air India flights direct with your Air India miles? No, but Air India offers United miles at 3,500 miles. So like that could be a value play that you could do. Could they add, like, I would like to see them add something like Amtrak. I would like to see, because Amtrak points a pretty solid return on investment. And, you know, Wells Fargo is in places that are serviced by Amtrak. So Amtrak could make a bunch of sense. Even if they're picking up other transfer partners that other card issuers have, like, it's definitely worth pursuing. Wyndham isn't the best, but another hotel transfer partner makes sense. Accor Live Limitless would probably be 2-1 for Wells because they seem to be doing 2-1 with banks, but more is more in terms of their overall number of transfer partners. Like, the problem right now is they only have 7. Adding some extra pieces would still be better. Like Amtrak, even Eurostar in Europe would be great, and you could get like Sky Miles stuff related, not Sky Miles, Sky Team stuff related with that, with Eurostar, because Eurostar is associated with Sky Team. Deutsche Bahn is, I think, Star Alliance. You know, you could add, if somebody could figure out Lufthansa as a transfer partner, that would be pretty valuable. You could, you know, if you're looking at ANA is Amex. If Wells could grab I Prefer Hotels, that could be useful, especially if they got the same 1-4 with Citi. If they could add Sonesta hotels, like, there's not a ton of Sonesta hotels, but like grabbing things that people know of and like some new hotel and airline partners and even Amtrak would be great. So there's plenty of room to play with. It's just a question of like, what can they do, and what do those like point sales look like? And I'm still convinced that the 1 point to 1 point is what's really killing them, which is annoying. Think Wells Fargo on the sideline and look at bloodbaths and thinking of the next move. Yeah, it's better to right now. It's okay if you're stationary. If you're not making a move right now and you're letting pieces fall so that you can offer something unique, that's not a bad play right now at all. I remember when Built came out, there was rampant speculation that Wells Fargo would get their transfer partners. You didn't think that, though, rightfully. I wanted it to happen, but like, I didn't think, there was no way they were getting United. There was no way they were getting anyone like Hyatt. I wanted them to get United. I wanted them to get Hyatt. I wanted them to get some of those marquee names. Marriott should be gettable at this point, right? Marriott's kind of going all over the place, but we'll see. I'm new to the credit card game. I have the active cash and the autograph. First thought is to transfer to Choice for 1 to 2 for some hotel stays. Any other tips on good value? Look at Virgin you can book Delta flights with Virgin points. So you can definitely look into those. If Virgin offers low point totals for flights, but they make it up on fees and taxes. So be aware of that. But if you have an airline multiplier, like on the autograph, you are going to get 3x points on that to generate some points back. Choice is okay, especially if you're doing Cambria and Ascent Collection hotels. You can do through Flying Blue Points. You can book Delta and other Sky Team partners. They have Avianca for United and Star Alliance. Avianca is a bit of a pain to book through, though, so there's that annoyance. And then they have the British Airways setup with British Airways, Aer Lingus, and Iberia. And if you move your points into any of those, you could take those Avios there and book like Qatar, or you can move your points over to Qatar and Finnair as well. So those are some ways you can get some sneaky good value. Other folks may just cash out their Wells Fargo points at 1 cent per point via the autograph or the active cash and go buy points in the ecosystems that make the most sense for them. That would work as well. Daddy Vroom, Wells Fargo should try to get JetBlue. It's the only major non-ultra low cost carrier that is not locked down. I'm assuming Atmos won't do credit card partners. I'm assuming Atmos won't do bank partners as well. I would hope that they grab JetBlue, and if they get JetBlue, they get JetBlue at Citi and Chase's favorable 1-to-1 rate instead of the 5-to-4 that they have with American Express, or the even more comical 5-to-3 that was drunkenly agreed to by Capital One. So yes, they should do that. They could also look at ultra low cost carriers. Like Frontier seems to be doing very well for itself. Breeze points are only pegged at 1 cent per point, so like that's not great value. But if Breeze decides to start changing their system a little bit, Breeze could be an interesting play. I wouldn't touch Spirit because Spirit's about to go under. I wouldn't touch Allegiant, but you could look at Frontier as an ultra low cost carrier, and maybe, just maybe, Southwest might be willing to might be able to get out of some things. I've been meaning to talk about Southwest. We've been at this for 46 minutes just going through comments. Sorry about that, guys. Wells getting JL. That would be a play. Also, the Venture X Costco Anywhere. Regret that one. It's fine. And PayPal debit. So the Venture X is the other transferable currency over there. Costco, you can use Costco Travel. That's a good gas card. But, also has no foreign transaction fees. Yep, it can be international travel. So, but you already have the autograph for that. Yeah, there's that. Nicholas Ella, what happened to Apple announcing bank partner at the Apple event? They just didn't. I thought they would. It would have been a great place to do it. It would be the most logical place to do it, and they chose not to. Which is unfortunate. I thought they would. These are for restaurants, Costco stuff, moved on, hit the rewards, or walked away for a year. Yeah. Yeah, it's a good backup card. Any thoughts on the new Virgin card? It just had a 75,000 point mile bonus. It's not a strong earner, but it can do interesting things with Virgin. Their spend requirements for things, their spend requirements for like extra perks are a little ridiculous, but like they want you to spend on the card. I think it's fine, especially if it unlocks the ability for your Virgin points not to expire. That's perfectly cromulent. Virgin Hotels and Virgin Voyages, like being able to use your points for Virgin Hotels and Virgin Voyages is also super useful. When you can't find those like super cheap flights that have super expensive fees. So it's not a bad card, but it just wasn't a wow type card when it launched. But I think it's fine. But it is Synchrony, so if you ever have issues with Synchrony, that is a problem. Daddy Vroom, Costco Travel is fire. Yep, there we go. QC man, if you have a friend who's transferring Capital One to JetBlue, scream at them. I would ask that friend if they need help. Can I help them in any other way? Can I just give them a JetBlue card? Here, take a Sapphire Preferred, transfer your Chase points over to JetBlue. You're going to get way more of them. Way more. 0.6 is a crime. Again, I want to meet and like shake hands with the JetBlue executive who got away with that one, but I also want them locked away from any future negotiations because that dude is smooth. Synchrony will silently terminate your card with no notice if you don't spend often enough. Well, that's not cool. Yeah, I don't like that. They did that to a Lowe's card I had. Aren't they getting the Lowe's card back? Lowe's is moving issuers, and I don't remember who they're going to. And I feel like they're going back to Synchrony, which would be a problem. Maybe they're going to Brad. but I feel like they're going back to Synchrony. Anyway, I promised some tidbits, and yeah, let's jump into some things here. We do have a couple of Southwest pieces here. Mark, there is another Apple event in October. Yep, and most likely to drop the MacBook Pro. Also, yep, Apple Card may be announced then. It may be, and it just like doesn't fit. But Apple Pay is definitely a part of the ecosystem, so they could definitely do that. The Lowe's card is at Synchrony. Okay. There was another card then that was leaving American Express. Yeah, there's always the Mesa card, but that's going to be interesting too. Anyway, let's go back to Southwest real quick. This coming from Upgraded Points. A Southwest Rapid Rewards debit card is coming. So Southwest will be launching a Rapid Rewards debit card, hoping to capture some more of that spend, especially with the lower interchange fees for debit cards. It will not be issued by Chase because Chase is too big a bank to do a rewards debit card. So Southwest Airlines is taking its first steps into the rewards debit card world. While travel credit cards are everywhere, earning points on debit purchases remains relatively rare, but that's about to change. The airline is teasing the launch of a Southwest Rapid Rewards debit card, giving travelers a new way to earn points toward flights without using a credit card. Here's what we know: Southwest Airline loyalists are familiar with the airline's co-branded credit cards that help them earn rewards and even the coveted Companion Pass. Now Southwest is stepping up into the debit card space. The teaser page here offers a few hints. Even if full details are still limited, the new card will be issued by Sunrise Bank, operate on the Visa debit network, with funds FDIC insured up to $250,000. It's already sporting Southwest signature red, yellow, and blue branding, making it instantly recognizable. Here is the card. Describes the debit card that points you toward a vacay, suggesting everyday purchases will earn rapid reward points. Hasn't disclosed exact earning rates. Debit card rewards are generally modest compared to credit cards, but we'll probably see $2 equals one rapid reward point, and so on. Do you have a quote? Southwest is launching a debit card later this year, offering customers a new way to earn rapid reward points on everyday travel. Okay, that's the same quote that we already pulled from. But Southwest debit card coming soon to a who cares around you. Oh, it's Crate and Barrel's moving out of Synchrony. Okay, interesting. The Lowe's card was great 20 years ago when I was buying stuff for a new house. Did it for the discount. Yep. Home Depot card, get a free bucket. Didn't Wyndham just come out with one also? Yes, Wyndham also came out with one, and Spirit was launching a debit card as well. So Southwest is going to be jumping into the debit card game. I don't know if you'll be able to do Companion Pass, but I'm sure that'll be associated with the Sunrise Bank account. Possibly, if you hold some stupid amount of money, you could also get a Companion Pass for holding the debit card, or with debit card purchases, or if you move enough debit card purchases through. I don't know. Speaking of Companion Pass, we do have the Southwest Rewards Performance Business Card Welcome Offer, 120,000 points, and Companion Pass. So this is going to break down on 120,000 points. 120,000 points after spending $10,000 in purchases in the first 3 months. So we've seen the 120,000 points, but that required a whopping 15,000 in spend. So this offer comes in at the same 120,000 points, but a lower $10,000 in spend. After spending $10,000 on this card, you'll have at least 10,000 rapid reward points from the spending, plus the 120,000 points from the welcome offer. That will give you at least 130,000 points. Every Southwest credit card also comes with a 10,000 point Companion Pass boost, getting you closer to the 135,000 point annual requirement. If you complete your spending and earn the 120,000 point welcome offer bonus in 2025, you'll have enough points to earn the Companion Pass, which will be valid through the end of 2026. So if you want another year of Companion Pass, $10,000 in spend, 120,000 points, $10,000 in spend, 120,000 points, 10,000 point Companion Pass boost, and the 10,000 points minimum that you'll get with the spend requirement will hit Companion Pass for the rest of 2026. could be useful. I don't know how much longer Companion Pass will be available, but just wanted to highlight that. Mark Hott, what bank is Southwest? Is the debit card going to be attached to? Sunrise Bank. Got to run. Nice joining you all for a bit. Thanks for answering my questions. Absolutely, Jordan. Thanks for joining us. And pop into any live or jump into my comments. I'm also a moderator and co-host of Stack Your Points, a credit card YouTube podcast that we do. We also do lives there Thursdays at 8:30 p.m. So thanks so much for joining, and maybe catch us on the replay. And already mentioned it earlier. Cool. So Companion Pass available for the Southwest business card. This one isn't really credit card related, but I thought it was a good deal. So there you go. Amazon Prime members, you get 10 cents per gallon off through Earnify. They're going to be doing $1 per gallon off up to 35 gallons on October 3rd only. So last year, Amazon added a new benefit for Prime members. They can save 10 cents a gallon at approximately 7,000 BP, Amoco, and AM/PM gas stations across the U.S. Similar offering to Walmart Plus memberships, who save 10 cents per gallon at ExxonMobil, Walmart, and Murphy gas stations. Now, for one day only, Amazon is improving the offer to give a discount of $1 per gallon. Offer only available for active Prime members in the U.S. only. The $1 off per gallon is valid for one-time use on the next fill-up on October 3rd only, up to a maximum of 35 gallons. It's available to all Prime members who have their Amazon account with an active Prime membership linked to their Earnify account. Earnify account is free to create and automatically applies 5 cent savings as their baseline offer, 5 cent savings for Prime members, and an additional 90 cent savings during the promotional period, for a total of $1 off per gallon during this promotional period. Once the promotional period concludes, Prime members will be able to access a total of 10 cents off per gallon and participating. There you go. To obtain the offer, you must link your accounts. Blah, blah, blah. Purchase necessary. So, not the craziest of credit card stories, but hey, $1 off a gallon. Ain't nothing wrong with that. I also have the best hair on YouTube. I don't know about that. Like, it needs to get washed, honestly. It's very, very, like, it is just silver at this point. Awesome. Thanks. Catch you next time. Thank you so much, sir. Son Nguyen joining us, also a channel member. Thank you very much for joining, Son. We got Kit Kat joining us. Hey, Craig. Must have heard us talking about his Costco habits or lack thereof. Absolutely. So the question, Kit Kat, was whether or not you buy any of your groceries at Costco. I know he does go to Costco. I just don't know what his Costco spend looks like. Nicholas Elia, any thoughts on when Built is going to announce their 3 cards by chance? So they did specify fall. Fall officially starts this weekend. So there's that. I would say probably sometime in October. They're expecting to launch the cards in February. So January, December, November. I would say anytime between mid-October and Thanksgiving. Anytime in that window is when they're going to be giving you that new the new details on those 3 cards. I have a feeling a lot of people are going to be disappointed by the multipliers on that card, because they're moving to a whole new bank, and that bank is not nearly as big or as like safe necessarily as Wells Fargo was with rewards and being able to pay out the rewards. So we'll see. But yeah, I would say to get somewhere in that window, you're looking at anywhere from like October 15th until, to be safe, I would say Thanksgiving, because I don't think they're going to go into December and not have it announced. But yeah, the $95 card could be interesting. The $495 card is of interest to me, but I have a feeling a lot of people are going to be disappointed when they get the final multipliers on it, because I think they're going to stay neighborhood heavy. QC Man dropped a $1.99 super chat. Arson Judge or Big Dumper for AL MVP. He's not going to win it, but Scooble should be in the conversation. Just because of how damn good he is. But he'll probably win the AL Cy Young again. So, I guess probably Judge. Crate and Barrel just refreshed the card. It now gets 4% on groceries, home retails, and apparel. Apparel retailers 10% back at Crate and Barrel. No annual fee. Visa signature card from a MasterCard. Interesting. Apparel retailers. Does that mean like clothing stores? But 4% back on groceries, 4% back on home retailers. That's not bad. If you shop at Crate and Barrel, it's pretty good work there on that refresh. As of June, we closed the Costco membership and moved it over to Sam's, much closer to drive. Okay. I knew there was Costco membership at one point. We got Mike Newland joining us. Thank you. Good evening, Matt and everyone. Good evening, Mike. Also, Mike, a channel member, gifted 10 memberships. So thank you so much for that, Mike. Greatly appreciated. That is the same as a $30 super chat. So I appreciate that. Mike is the resident channel membership Santa Claus around these parts. The new Crate and Barrel card is going to be awesome. There we go. Hey, Mike. Also only about 6 to 8K a year. It's the dog food cleaning and random staple place. Okay. We split it with in-laws as well. Got it. I hope Wells Fargo gives us a chance to product change before this happens if we have that choice. Built has said that they are handling all of the conversions and everything, so we'll see. Yeah, I'm actually going to use a co-brand retailer card on a regular basis. There you go. He'll be the AL Cy Young. He's not having a special enough year as a pitcher to be MVP, though. Well. I just love Scoobs. I got Scooble on my fantasy baseball team by trading Max Scherzer for Scooble, and I wanted to also get Riley Green in that deal, but I wasn't allowed to get Riley Green, so I had to settle for Austin Hayes. But Scoobs is great. I think I was offered someone else. Riley Green wasn't on offer. Like, they were toying with it and said, if Riley Green is the only way I can get this done, I will, but I'll hate you for it. So, yeah, I don't know. There's a new BJ's near me, but I drive past to go to Costco much further away. BJ's is still pretty good, though. I have a BJ's near me. So hoping for another opinion on the Platinum card from you, Matt. I mean, I dropped a video on it about 2 hours ago. I started the live tonight with it. The marketing was great. They got to play, give everyone a dopamine hit by not fundamentally changing the card, and because of that dopamine hit, everybody is effusing its praises when they added more coupons, which is what they were going to do, and they raised the annual fee. Like, they played on our emotions. They won, and they're going to get love for it. Haven't seen it yet. Sorry. No worries. Yeah, my opinion is the card, if you like the card and you have the card and the card works for you and it is a card that, doesn't not work for you, it's great. If you are thinking about the card, they didn't do anything to make that decision easier. And I think if you've been thinking about the card, you're going to get the card anyway. And, $600 in FHR might be a play to get you over the top. But I don't think it's like as amazing as everyone was presenting it to be yesterday. Like, this changes everything. No, it doesn't. There'll be more unfiltered thoughts over the weekend, but it's just going to be a bunch of love because they tripled FHR. And they only raised the annual fee $200. They could have raised the annual fee $500, and I'd still have gotten it with the $600 added to FHR. It's just. QC man, I know you hate rotating categories, so do you like this Freedom Flex quarter four categories? Old Navy was a choice. Good to see Old Navy pinched a few pennies together and was able to buy out a slot for that. Department stores is another interesting one, but it does not include Walmart or Target, which I think of as department stores. So, and PayPal going to Q4, PayPal being Q4, but only being the December only category is diabolically chaotic by Chase. They're fine. Oh, Chase Travel, I think, was the other one. So that's fine. That works. 9X on Chase Travel is good. I'd still book my Chase Travel through my Sapphire Reserve, but if you want to try it and get 9X, cool. Freedom Flex, I have a big credit line on that card. After I pay down the balance after a year, I'm going to try like hell to turn that into a Sapphire Preferred. Or I'll just move the credit line to another card and cancel it. Costco is amazing without ever visiting the store. Uber gift cards, in-kind gift cards, glasses, rental cars, Costco travel. I gotta see if they have glasses big enough for my big old head. The $12.99 specials at BJ's are amazing. Yes. Sorry, I haven't seen it yet. No worries. It's always available. So there you go. BJ's has been pushing super cheap memberships since the store is new. Yeah, I've been seeing like $15 memberships, which is awesome. I'm on the fence to downgrade to green as my annual fee hit on September 13th. That was the plan. Do you plan on using FHR at least twice next year? Or the hotel collection at least twice next year for 2-night stays, but you get $300 pop? Would you use your platinum to get $100 back at Resi 4 times a year? Do you or anyone in your family like Lululemon? And would you be willing to save $75 or get back $75 next year in quarterly increments? If the answer to those questions is no, downgrade the card. And you're at $695 until next year anyway. So yeah, you can hold it for $695. You didn't get hit with the annual fee increase. That doesn't come until January 2nd. So you're good. I'll be using the PayPal fourth quarter PayPal for $1,500 cruise payments. Yep, just unlock that in December. It's diabolical that they put that out in December. Many of the FHRs are overpriced for the alternatives in the same areas. Yep. The Discover categories for the next 3 months are not that great either. And this is why this is the nature of the rotating category card. Like Q4, if Q4 is something that you can do your Christmas shopping at and come ahead, that's great. But if Q4 is a quarter that is a dud on the cards, that's bad. That's not good. This is why I don't like rotating category. This is why I'm okay with the idea of picking your categories for quarters and locking those in, because at least you'll use them. And this is why I still give, if you put a projectile at my face and said I had to choose between the custom cash and the Freedom Flex, I would probably pick the custom cash because it's the same monthly spend, but I at least get to dictate that monthly spend with my spend, with how I spend. So that is better. But got my Amex Business Platinum 300K bonus today. Had to go incognito and 4 site refreshes to get the 300K. Sam, that's some dedication. Not sure that I would go that far for the 300 for the extra 50K points, but I'm usually targeted for the 250 offer on the Business Platinum. I just don't have the spend. So until then, downgrade, upgrade, you're at $895. Yeah, that's not a good route. And KitKat, Craig dropped a $4.99 super chat. Thank you so much. Old Navy is going to be like $300 for the quarter to get little man's winter wear in clearance for next summer. There you go. So you'll get at least 1,500 points. So that's a plus. I'm sure I'm going to get roped into using my card at Old Navy, but I don't necessarily want to. But if we got to go shopping at Old Navy, we'll go shopping at Old Navy. Downgrade, upgrade for more than 50K, maybe, but doubtful. Yeah, that's a part of the equation. Discover categories are fine for us for quarter four. Yeah, and they're always going to be a question of do they fit you. If the CSR became a rotating category card, would you consider the Platinum then? You know how RJ breaks my brain? Thanks, UC man. No, honestly, I don't want any part of that. I don't want no. Here, I'm hiding in my hoodie. No. Don't you put that magic on me, Ricky Bobby. Don't you put that magic on me, Ricky Bobby. That does not compute. Yeah, no, my brain is fried. Thank you. If you really like Old Navy, they're constantly giving away crazy good spending offers on my Banana Republic Visa. No joke, it's legit. Oh no, I absolutely believe that. And they'll put those same sort of crazy offers, spending offers on like their. I don't know if it's going to be the same, but they do the same thing with their MasterCard that they push through Barclays. Sorry, Matt. You know, if I believed you. Y'all like watching my brain explode. Mike, how's the IHG cards looking right now? My dad was asking about them today. Did not know how to answer him yet. Yet he likes LC hotels in general. LC. Okay. Banana Republic MasterCard. No biggie. I think it's also issued by Barclays. So how's the IHG cards looking right now? They're fine. Like they're both like they're all three of them are still pretty solid cards. So I want to see the IHG credit card. Let me just see if there's any welcome offer. What the welcome offers are right now. Limited time, 165,000 on the IHG Premier. $3,000 in spend in the first 3 months from opening the account, $99 annual fee. You're going to get platinum status. You get the 26 times points with booking cash. Redeem 3 nights, get your 4th night free. That's awesome. The 40K cap on the anniversary night is a bit of a pain, but whatever. You can top it up, I think, to 60K, which is kind of fine. Save 20% on point purchases when you purchase points with your card. That's awesome, especially when they do the 100% bonus. So like you get the 100% bonus, so you're buying your points at half a cent per point, and you're saving 20%. That's cool. Early access to IHG reward night sales as an IHG One reward as an IHG One card holder. $100 credit and 10,000 bonus points after spending $20,000 per year. Nobody's really going to do that, but that's a nice perk, I guess. And $40,000 in spend gets you diamond. It also gets you global entry for $99, so that's cool. And you receive up to $50 in United Airlines travel bank credit cash each year. But I think that expires after either 6 or 12 months, so like it's not as amazing as it sounds. So you gotta turn that around real quick. Traveler cards got a 2-night welcome offer for a total of 100,000 points, so each night's valued at 50,000 points. Hilariously, 10,000 points on top of the IHG Premier. 40,000 points on top, and $2,000 in spend in the first 3 months. So 2 nights, 40,000 points, enough, I'm sure, for a 3rd night, and then you get the 4th night for free. And only $2,000 in spend. That's nice. Silver status, which is annoying. The same 20% bonus when doing purchases. 10,000 bonus points after spending $10,000 each calendar year. That's not worth it. Primary card holder will earn gold status through December 31st of the following year after spending $20,000 each calendar year. No foreign transaction fee. That's a plus. And the business card is also pretty dang strong. And you can earn up to 200,000 points right now. You do have to do a total of $9,000 in spend to get it, but 200,000 points on $9,000 in spend, that's good. That's pretty legit. Oh, low cost. Duh. So, yeah, it's definitely worth it. If he's willing to do the $99 card, solid value all around. That's great, honestly. Definitely worth looking into. And the 26 times points, if he likes booking low cost hotels like $150 a night at a Holiday Inn Express, multiply that by 26 if he spends with his card. And then you can show him, when he builds enough points, how to get fourth night free with the booking. I think it'd be a pretty easy convert right there. Like, could be useful. QC man, do you see yourself getting any of the IHG cards? I got an offer in the mail for the 100,000 for like, I got your pre-selected mailer. It was pre-selected, but it was only for the 140,000 point offer. I would consider the Premier. I'd also consider the business Premier. I probably would grab it if I wanted to just stick with, if I chose to go down the IHG rabbit hole. Like, I don't mind Holiday Inn Expresses. I've just been liking, I don't know, Holiday Inn Express. I've been staying at like the low end or the low cost hotels with like Hilton and Marriott and Hyatt. So like, I could throw in IHG in there as well, but it does come with really good status for $99, so that's probably worth it. There was also word that like they were thinking about doing an even like a higher tier card at some point. I don't know what that would look like though. Technically, HSBC has transfer partners. Yes, they do. Not a whole lot of people go through their transfer partners or have their transfer partner capable cards. They're not particularly compelling. And HSBC has been like closing out a lot of its business in North America because like they used to be in New York. I don't really see too many HSBCs in New York anymore. They do technically have transfer partners, though. UBS, I think, technically has transfer partners. Barclays has transfer partners with the Barclay Arrival card. Just because you have transfer partners doesn't mean they're worth going after. So there's that. Matt is live? Yeah. I decided to do tidbits at night, and I've gotten through like 2 things, but hanging out with y'all is awesome. Thanks, Matt. Yeah, I try. What's your thoughts on the new Alaska card? I think the Summit is great for those who fly Oneworld and fly Alaska. It's going to be relatively easy to rack up Alaska status with it, and therefore Oneworld status. If you're a Oneworld flyer and you're anywhere that Alaska flies, you should consider the card. I don't know that I like the low number of lounge passes that it has. And I sort of think that card should have been a higher tier than $395 and given you a Alaska Lounge membership as well. But I understand why they didn't do that. For $395, I think the value is good. I don't necessarily think that it's going to be... actually, no. I think it could be like a relatively lengthy aging card where like the value is great today, the value will still be great, it'll retain that value over the next 5 to 7 years better than some other cards in that market. because it's up against like the 350 cards for like the Delta Platinum, which doesn't do nearly as much as it does, and the United Quest card, which is still pretty dang good, but that 3 times on foreign travel on that 3 times on foreign spend can be a killer if you're traveling a ton internationally, obviously, and if you value one world status. So I think it's a good card. I just don't know how it will hold up over time, but I think it'll hold up better than some of the other cards in its class. Might do a card comparison video using Rich with Points for that. Kids also considering switching IHG after the Hilton shenanigans, because if they shenana once, they'll shenana again. Well, yes. Well, they shenaned their way into the ridiculous point totals that they were at. Like, I'm amazed that I'm getting 0.72 cents per point on a Hilton Garden Inn for tomorrow, because I only looked into that because they're charging $360 for a night. I don't know what is happening in the Hudson Valley tomorrow that like all the hotels just decided to mega charge, but yeah, he's dumb. I just got the IHG 5-night 60K nights sub for 5,000 in 3 months. It recently expired in August. Yeah, that was a good welcome offer. CSR has IHG Platinum through 2027 after October. Yes, it does. And it's IHG Platinum, so yeah, that's useful. Damn, if you think City Service is bad, HSBC is way worse. I worked there for 2 years and went back to City as soon as I was able to. Yep. HSBC has done terrible things. Yes, they have. The entire opium wars were financed by HSBC. So there's also that. Does the IHG status the CSR now has really worth anything? It's IHG Platinum, so everything that you get on the $99 card is what you get with that. So yeah, if IHG Platinum is useful to you, it's included now with your CSR. Part of why I'd be like about adding an IHG card is I'm just adding it for IHG point production, not necessarily the status. So there be that. Oktoberfest in Bear Mountain. Oh, is that this week? That might be this weekend. In Bear Mountain. Yeah, it might be that. Apple picking and leaf season in the Hudson Valley. Well, the leaves have to change color first. Or is it Anthony Wayne these years? So, Bear Mountain is on the west side of the river. Anthony Wayne is Anthony's Nose is on the east side of the river. You drive up Anthony's Nose to get to the Bear Mountain Bridge to cross over to Bear Mountain. Bear Mountain Bridge, privately funded bridge for rich people to go party at Bear Mountain. City crippled Haiti for hundreds of years, so, not great. Yeah, everybody likes to bag on Wells Fargo for that thing that they did, which was terrible, but, like, City made Haiti pay reparations to France for hundreds of years. HSBC financed a war for drugs. Hermons joins, also the 4th night free. Yes. Oh, 100 years. Dem says Bear Mountain Bridge sways too much. I choose not to notice. And it doesn't sway the way the Galloping Gertie swayed. There's that. Hasn't fallen into the river yet. Although as bridges go, it's probably more structurally sound than like the Rip Van Winkle. Yeah. Let's go back to a couple of these other stories that I picked out for tonight. We talked about Mesa earlier. Mesa did something hilarious, because recently I mentioned that Mesa had like this pyramid scheme welcome offer where you had to bring in 2 friends and then you got a $50K bonus for spending $10,000 on the card. So new Mesa 50K bonus for Mesa homeowners card. Mesa card is once again offering a welcome bonus of 50,000 points. This time around, you don't need to refer anyone to earn the bonus, but you do need to spend a little bit more. So here we go. Apply for the Mesa homeowners card and earn 50,000 Mesa points for spending $12,000 or more in eligible net purchases within 90 days of activating the offer. You must use promo code SEPT50. Offer expires September 30th. And there you go. Mesa transfer partners. Mesa points have a value of 1.3 cents per point through their travel portal, 1.8 cents per point when used for mortgage payments, 0.6 cents per point as credit card statement credits. And they have the following transfer partners: Accor Live Limitless for 3-2, Aeroplan, Air India, Finnair, Hainan Airlines, SAS Eurobonus, Thai Airways, and Vietnam Airways, all at 1-to-1. 50K bonus, which had a $10,000 requirement, but you had to also do 2 referrals. It's a new one. It's slightly better that they're not doing multi-level marketing to get you to give you a bonus, but that's sad. CSR HD status won't give you 4th night free though. Yes, so you're picking up the card for 4th night free, and you are picking up a card for 4th night free. So I could add the traveler card and pair it with the Sapphire Reserve, where I'm getting lower points earned on spend, but I still get the 4th night free when I book with points. Theoretically. Do I want to do that? I don't know yet. But yes, with card only for 4th night free. Yeah, so you need the IHG card to do 4th night free. That makes the story hilarious. We'll see what happens. Mesa offering 50,000 point welcome offers. I'm curious if they're hitting their numbers, because it feels like a lot of these companies are not hitting the numbers that they were expecting to hit. And there's got to be a big giant reason for that. Even after we cut interest rates by 25 basis points. I wonder what's going on. We all know what's going on. So we have a couple other things. Cool. The new $600 FHR credit excludes pay with points booking. So they launched a revamped U.S. customer and business platinum cards available immediately. The updated platinum cards now offer new benefits, including a $600 in annual statement credits, semi-annual $300 on prepaid fine hotels and resorts or hotel collection bookings through Amex. 2-night stay required on the hotel collection. Quite the improvement, but with this new benefit, there is also a change in the terms. You no longer qualify for the credit if you use pay with points for your FHR or the hotel collection stay. Only the charges that are charged with your eligible platinum card qualify. So using membership reward points for these stays is normally not a good idea anyway, since you'd only get 1 cent per point value, whatever. Old terms, you can receive $200 receive the $200 hotel credit if you use pay with points with your eligible U.S. Platinum card, or some or all of your eligible prepaid fine hotels and resorts or the hotel collection booking if you have not already earned the credit for the year. New terms, you can use membership rewards pay with points for all or part of your eligible prepaid hotel booking. However, you can only earn the $600 hotel credit for charges that are charged with your eligible platinum card if you have not already earned the credit for the year. Any portion of your booking covered using pay with points does not qualify to receive up to $300 back semi-annually. So, rare MXL with that one, because Chase, you can mix your credit with your point pay, and with point boost, like you use less points, you'd still get your $250 credit or more, and not be out any money on top of the card. So I'm surprised you could have paid all with points and still get the credit before. Yeah. So that'll be fun. Nicholas Elliott, let's hope. I'm not sure what the let's hope is for with the FHR or the points boost. I wonder who pays when an Amex user uses a Resi credit. I have a restaurant and was thinking of getting Resi. Well, Amex owns Resi. So if it's Resi paying out, it's Amex paying out to, it's Resi paying out to Amex, which on paper looks like sales, but it effectively means nothing. But if the restaurant has to pay Resi for the $100 credit, that would suck for them. Apple starts to run a lot of specials. They're doing 5x on Uber Eats and Uber. Yes, although I do know that is coming to an end shortly, I think toward the end of the month. But yes, they are doing a bunch more of these welcome offers. Not welcome offers, special spending offers. Interesting to see them. I wonder if they're trying to use these. I don't know what they're using these for. Hey, we got Ron joining us. Thank you so much, Ron. Ron, also a channel member. Did you mention no more Hilton gift cards for Hilton credit on Biz Plat effective in 2026? I think I have not yet. Ooh, and Ron dropping a $4.99 super chat. Thank you so much, sir. Or a super sticker. Can't tell on StreamYard, but thank you. Does the Atmos Summit card earn 3x on rent? Yes. Built has confirmed that it does. Your mileage will probably vary. I didn't mention this. I meant to pull it up as a story. But yes, you can't buy Hilton gift cards with the Amex Business Platinum. You can. They're just not going to qualify for the reward now. Of course, the powers that be at the writing instruments that publish these things did mention that you could buy a gift card at a Hilton with your Business Platinum, and it likely would code for the credit, but you would have to go to a Hilton and buy a gift card at said Hilton. But yeah. Oh, guess folks just have to stay, eat at a Marriott. Stay, eat at a Hilton. What a concept. That is the hope. But yeah, I'm a fan of the Business Platinum losing that capability. I would also just like to see the Surpass and the Hilton Business also lose that capability, because that was just a stupid cheat code. If you're going to keep it on the card, I guess keep it on the Hilton co-branded cards, but the Business Platinum, like, ruining the gift card website was hilarious. And I'm glad that Amex said no more gift card for you. Amex has to be making up money off the Resi stuff since they've put it on all these cards. They have to be charging some sort of like a ridiculous fee for the restaurants to be featured on Resi. Like, that's definitely a two-way street. I have no idea how much they're making off of that, but they're making enough to add it to the Platinum and the Gold card. So there's that. Double Fire. Used my Apple Card once in the last 36 months. I finance most of my Apple purchases on it, except for my MacBook Pro that I bought last year and my iPhone that I bought last year. Next year's iPhone's going on the Apple Card, though. I'll tell you that much. I was able to burn 2 of my Hilton Grab cards last month. Hey, if you bought them and you're using them, great. The Atmos card earns 2x bonus on rent. Don't let Built lie to you. The base, yes, but it's base 1 plus bonus 2. I mean, technically, the rotating categories on the Sapphire on the Freedom Flex are bonus 4 plus 1 base. But yes, very technically, yes. Be interested to see if you also get the 1 point per $2 as well, because that would be fun. So, yeah. And then one other welcome offer. There's the new Aeroplan welcome offer offering 100,000 points, but you got to do some spend on it. 75,000 points when you spend $4,000 on purchases in the first 3 months when after your account is open. And you can earn 25,000 points after you spend $20,000 on purchases in the first 12 months of your card being open. So, interesting. But you get 3x on grocery and dining, including delivery services with Air Canada directly. 1x on all other purchases. 500 point bonus for every $2,000 in spend, up to $1,500. 1,500 points a month. 25K status for the remainder of this year, and the next year you put 15K through the card, you maintain 25K status and first check bag free for up to you and 8 companions on Air Canada. So there you go. Good welcome offer on the Aeroplan card. I forgot about the gift cards, but yeah. QC Man, 20K in spend? Damn. Well, that's, yeah. But if you think about it, I'm routinely putting like at least $1,500 to $2,000 a month through credit cards. So that's 24K right there. If I dedicated all of that to one card to get 100,000 Air Canada miles, plus the status, plus the extra point boosts, plus everything else, and you can cash them all out via travel, pay yourself back for up to 200,000 points a year, could be useful. It's a strategy, not necessarily my strategy, but it is a strategy, so that helps for sure. Just wanted to check if there was anything else. Danny the Duke also has earn up to 5,000 road miles on your first hotel booking, ends October 3rd, because all the other promotions there on Rove have expired. Code Staycation, you'll earn 2,500 bonus miles on your first hotel booking of $250. Use code Back to School to earn 5,000 bonus miles on your first hotel booking of $500. I will try one of those codes because I think I'm going to do a 3-night stay somewhere, and I don't really care what ecosystem I do. I kind of do, because if I do 3 nights next week and I do them at Hyatt, I would just extend my Discover status another year. Or I could book through Rove, get hella Rove points, book it at a Hilton, and then have my Hilton spend on site count with my Hilton card and get the waters. Choices. I'll have to see. Aren't Virgin points valuable? Let's look up the RV on Virgin points. Reasonable redemption value. Of course. Okay. So based on frequent miler and their reasonable redemption value, they come up with 1.4 cent per point, which is pretty strong. You can do better with like international, first class, and business in theory, but a reasonable redemption value as per frequent miler, which I'll put this in the chat, comes out to about 1.4 cents per point. So that's pretty useful. There we go. I think Points Guy has them at around 1.3 to 1.5. So that 1.4 is kind of right in the middle. So they can be valuable. They can definitely be valuable. You're going to get bigger cent per point, like bigger cents per point with like international first and international business and going from there. But that reasonable redemption value is an average. Sounds like a plan, Matt. Definitely stacking those points on that potential hotel stay. That is kind of the plan, because if I book with Hyatt, I'd probably just book them cash because I'm out of Hyatt points at the moment. I have to see what the cash value would be. Those would probably go on the CSR because Rove doesn't have a relationship with Hyatt. And I guess I could look at Rakuten or Top Cash Back for a Hyatt stay. Book all of those. Keep my Hyatt status for another year, and go from there. And I get the 10% bonus, and I get the base points to get to Discover us that way. Yeah, I can also play that game, Clinton. I do have enough CSR points that I could definitely transfer over. I think I have like more nights before I get another like tranche of points from their get up to 15,000 points in however many months. And I did just sign up for the spend 3 nights at a Hyatt Regency, get 20,000 points. I don't know if I'm going to be able to get that done because there are very few Hyatt Regencies around me, which is annoying. So I'll look because I just need a little bit of an escape and I need to work on a work project and I want to get away from my house and actually get it done. So I'll see what I can do. Also check with the high point costs. Yeah, I'll do that. I'll probably be booking like Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, or Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and have like Tuesday night to myself to really get a bunch of that work done. Wednesday, record bridge banter from the hotel, and Thursday check out Friday morning and do the Thursday live from the hotel. Either way, I'm going to need a couple of nights away from life, like badly. Anyway, so we got that. Oh wait, I have an appointment. I could probably just go up after my appointment. I'll figure something out. Ooh, Hyatt hotels booked next year at a reasonably high point value using CSR points. Nice. Yeah, the airport ones, when you can book them out early enough and they're still like relatively cheap and you get those locked in, those are nice. You can always get the choice card and get 60,000 points. They have an elevated offer for the free card. Yes. 60,000 points with choice on the free. I think it's 90,000 on the choice select. And the choice select is a sneaky card as well. Like that card is way better than people give it credit for. It's issued by Wells, so people probably aren't happy about like it being issued by Wells, but that's their problem, not mine. My points have not gone to pending yet. And I no longer have to worry about Bonvoy Gold because I bought my Citizen M Plus for $120. It's going to go up to $170, but gain gold status. So I don't have to worry about staying nights at a Marriott to keep gold, which is nice. Just like that one key card that's actually a pretty good card too. Yeah. I don't know the one key system enough to like drive big value out of it, but the earnings on those cards are actually pretty good. And the protections on those cards are actually pretty good. So that can be a huge help as well. So let us check some hotels here real quick on Rove. I'm going to look in this area. Because I want to put something like not quite near me. Apply search. I've already done a hotel stay through Rove, so I don't know if I can make this work. $509 total for 3 nights. Earn 5,109 miles, so it's 10x multiplier. We'll see. Clinton has a Citizen M stay booked next January. Will be interesting to try that one out. Yeah, I'm definitely looking to see if I can get a Citizen M stay booked as well. But I did buy my Citizen M Plus because once they're integrating into Bonvoy, and it's been announced that if you have a My Citizen M Plus subscription, they're going to raise the price from $120 to $170. But a feature of My Citizen M Plus is going to be Marriott Bonvoy Gold status. So instead of getting another credit card, instead of going for another business credit card, instead of worrying about a welcome offer on a business credit card and then playing the stupidity that is the Marriott game between American Express and Chase, I could have Marriott status, not great Marriott status, but Marriott status nonetheless for $170 a year. I don't mind that. And I bought it through the Rove shopping extension. I was hoping to get 5.6 miles per dollar on that as well. Whatever. I mainly bought it just because I want the gold status going forward. Do you think the CSR is going to get a big update to compete with the new Amex Platinum? I think the preemptive move that they pulled Wednesday is an indicator that they're aware that the card isn't where it needs to be. I'm actually going to record, after I finish up with the live here tonight, I'm going to record like a more ways I would fix the CSR video. I think there's like, in my dream world, there's big moves that they could, there are fun moves that they could do. I think Chase thought they had an opportunity to make the CSR make money for them finally, after like losing money for the longest time and then kind of just like treading water for a while. I don't think now is the time to try to turn it into a money machine. And I think they'd be better off just letting it just letting it lose money, but like get people excited about it again is probably going to be a better idea. I don't know about a big update. The biggest thing they could do is bring back 3x general travel. I don't know that they're going to do that. I do think if they're going to bring back the 3x general travel, but like force you to get another card because they want you to have as many cards in their ecosystem, that they would have to bump the Sapphire Preferred to 3x travel. Because that's the only reason why it makes sense to lift the one Sapphire rule. So they could bring that back. I don't know if they're going to bring back multipliers, although there's things they could do with multipliers that would make more sense. They have to fix the dining credit. They have to do something more. And I think if they're going to land, if they're going to get Apple with the Apple card, part of that has to be reworking that Apple TV Plus and Apple TV Plus, Apple Music subscription that you get for free with the CSR. That could turn into Apple One, theoretically. Like, that would drive more value. So I think there's things that they could do. There's more suggestions I will be putting in a video. So there's that. But I think they're aware that they are not where they wanted to be, and they are starting to make some changes to kind of address that. But they want to also turn the card into a moneymaker, and they have another decision to make of, do we make this card a moneymaker, or do we compete with the American Express Platinum card? Because we cannot do both right now. And until they recognize that they cannot do both, they are in hot water. So we'll see. Already have lifetime titanium with Marriott, so hoping that will apply to my January stay with Citizen M. Booked via Chase Travel a while back and said that loyalty benefits apply, so we will see if that is real. Don't know if they might, actually, now that I think about it. It's possible. I would love to see that come across. Marriott Gold pretty much just points as a welcome gift as a big benefit, right? 25% stay, possibility of upgraded rooms, not like guaranteed. Points as a welcome offer or a welcome amenity. You could also get like a small trinket when you come in. There's also the 25% boost when you stay. So like it's 4 plus, like if 10 is the base, you're going to get 12.5. So good for building up your points via cash bookings as well. Give us gas and grocery on Sapphire Preferred. Unlimited, uncapped grocery would be great. And the only other thing I want is a Instacart Plus membership on it. Gas would be great, but gas can go on a Freedom as well. 3x gas on a Freedom would be sweet. Marriott Bonvoy Gold status provides 25% bonus on points earned, a welcome gift of points, free enhanced in-room Wi-Fi, and enhanced room upgrade based on availability, lol, and 2 p.m. late checkout. Yep. Those are all good things, and I'd pay $170 for that every year as opposed to playing their credit card games between Chase and American Express and whatever else. So, yeah. $170 doesn't feel like the worst idea, and I'd get the enhanced benefits at my Citizen M's or Citizen M's when I book those. And if I can book those through the Chase Travel Portal, even better. Like that I think is still the thing that Chase can hold over American Express. Like, they are working on building out Chase Travel to include your benefits across multiple hotel chains to be included when you make the booking. So if they do a regular like IHG property, that your status would be reflected, that your points earning would be reflected with that will be huge. But they have to keep building out FHR, and they have to keep building out the edit. They have to keep building out Chase Travel. They have to not make the price difference be such a goddamn joke. And if the price difference is going to be that high, if you're telling me that all of my benefits are extended to me because of that price difference, like, that's got to be printed out clear as day, right? I have titanium with Marriott, and I get guaranteed 4 p.m. late checkout for now with Marriott, right? And I book a regular Marriott property, regular courtyard somewhere through Chase Travel, I better get my titanium status recognized. If that becomes the play, that's worth it, because you'll get 8 times CSR, you'll get 8 times Chase points per dollar. You're going to get all of your membership points per dollar. You're going to get your membership reflected. You're going to get all of the perks of your membership as part of that booking, and it can be done with cash. It can be done with points, because the points would be reflected as a cash booking with Marriott. That is worth it. But otherwise, yeah. So we'll see. $203 for the courtyard at Marriott at Fishkill. I don't want to go there. I do not want to go there. Anyway, yeah. Well, those are not great options. I'd probably be looking at the Hampton Inn, but that's $700. But 15,000 points. We'll see. All right. Anyway, so that's going to do it for tonight, I think. We got 37 people still in here watching at the moment, so I appreciate you all. Appreciate all the members and everyone who dropped a super chat. We had QC Man with $1.99. Mike Newland dropping 10 more memberships. Appreciate you, sir. Kid Cat with the $4.99 super chat. Ron with the $4.99 super chat. Thank you so much, everyone. We got Clinton saying, "Say good night, Matt." All right. Good night, Matt. Enjoy, everybody. Thank you so much for watching. It could have been anywhere else. You chose to stick around with me for 2 hours on a Friday night. Appreciate you guys. Talk to you soon. Expect that Chase video tomorrow. Bye for now.